Good evening and thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a massive tornado that hit near Oklahoma City not long ago. It took just minutes but cut a massive swath through some neighborhoods there, flattening them completely. There had been warnings all day and forecasters were watching this one. As it headed for a residential area near Oklahoma City, it grew larger and larger until it was about 4 kilometers wide, winds at 200 miles per hour. A local news helicopter was tracking it as it tore through town.
I'm actually kind of getting a little closer than I want to be to it right now, but this thing is sucking us in.
And as it ripped through, there was fear it might have caused catastrophic damage. Once it lifted, those fears were confirmed. Block after block of utter devastation, homes, schools, hospitals, shopping malls destroyed. Robin Stickley is following it all for us tonight. Robin?
Donna, right now the immediate concern, we're told, for rescue crews, unfortunately, is 2 elementary schools in Moore. One of them is being reported as having suffered a direct blow by this tornado. Obviously, bad news. It's being described that the walls of this school are no longer standing. So that gives you an idea the level of devastation and destruction we're talking about. The numbers are coming in fast and furious. I want to be very, very clear that these are unconfirmed, but we have been hearing there may have been 75 students and staff that were trapped inside at Plaza Towers Elementary. We're also hearing some reports that some of the students were removed from the south end of that school. As many as 30 may have been removed, and some were taking refuge in the hallway. So again, that's a situation that rescuers have of great concern right now, and we're keeping an eye on it. Elsewhere, again, hospital badly damaged. It's really just block after block of homes leveled, cars tossed, unimaginable devastation. We're hearing stories now starting to emerge as well. One man survived, apparently by taking shelter in a barn, and he has an incredible story. Take a listen.
Just like on the movie Twister, there's horses and stuff flying everywhere. You know, it's undescribable. I didn't see nothing. You know, like I say, I couldn't hear no sirens. I couldn't hear nothing, and then it was real windy, and then all of a sudden everything just stopped. And being from Oklahoma, I said, you know, that's not right. And so when I looked outside, I seen the debris flying over here, and I said, well, it's time. I tried to let some horses go, and that's all it was.
One lucky man, Robin. Of course, as you said, we don't know the numbers now, the number of injured. National Guard has now been called in, we should say, to help first responders, who I understand are having a lot of trouble getting to these areas because the roads are blocked, and those people who are in vehicles are desperate to try to get home to their neighborhoods to see if there's anything left of their homes or if their kids are in those schools. Robin, give us a sense of what it's like on the ground trying to go through this rescue operation. There's, of course, danger in the aftermath of a tornado.
Right. Well, as you described, a scene of chaos, as of course parents are trying to rush in, understandably, to try and figure out what's going on, and emergency crews are pleading with people to stay away. The big problem right now on the ground, we're told, is gas lines, and this is a very active situation. We've seen homes and buildings that have gone up in flames as a result. But again, emergency vehicles apparently are having a tough time accessing, not only as a result of the amount of debris, as you can imagine, that's been strewn, but also trying to be very cautious as they navigate, again, an active and dangerous situation with gas lines down, power lines down, and fires that are erupting as a result of that. So, yeah, the chaos there, I don't think can be underestimated at this point. As you said, the National Guard has been called in. And we should also mention this storm system, it's not done. It has continued to move on. There are still warnings in effect for Oklahoma, and forecasters are telling us the conditions here are unfortunately perfect. They are ripe for more deadly weather to come as this system moves off. We're hearing unconfirmed reports it might have already touched down near Meeker, Oklahoma, and it's heading off for the Midwest of the U.S. right now. So the storm system still very much active.
And Robin, people in Oklahoma sadly familiar with tornadoes, but they are already saying they have never seen one like this.
You're right, Donna. The history here is that in May of 1999, 41 people were killed by a tornado. That it's almost strange to listen to some of my colleagues here in our newsroom who are talking about covering that event and saying it feels like it almost took the same form and the same path. So 41 people killed in 1999. This area, as you said, no stranger to the tornado system. We can hope from that they, have heeded the warnings, because the warnings did go out a good hour ahead, and that people took the cover that they needed to.
All right.
The governor tweeting asking for prayers for Oklahoma, and we can certainly understand why tonight.
All right. Robin Stickley, thanks. We'll continue to watch that. Thanks for your reporting.